Alright, wanted to say a few words about hairpiece Hitler here. Little sissy Donald Trump, the little pussy with the little effeminate hands, who was so easily rattled by Vanity Fair when they accurately called him a short-fingered vulgarian because he has little elf hands, and he's entirely vulgar. He never says anything that isn't entirely vulgar. He's entirely repulsive and revolting, maybe the most disgusting living creature right now. Drumpf likes to say that Americans need to toughen up, all this bullshit rhetoric from this fat blowhard with a disgusting roadkill pelt on its head and tiny little hands pointing didactically at everyone else when the guy couldn't run a business to save his life. The reason why every single one of Trump's lousy companies has failed miserably is because of the leadership. It's him. Hairpiece Hitler. Drumpf needs to learn how to handle criticism. When people counter him and corner him about his bankruptcies, he needs to just admit it. You're right. I'm a huge failure. I've failed enormous amount of times at everything. He doesn't own a water company. He doesn't own a winery. His steak company is long out of business. Drumpf needs to toughen up, like he says everyone else should. He should stop getting so easily rattled by criticism and insults, and most of all, he should stop having his Nazi mob fight his fights for him. Every time he's insulted because someone calls him a fascist, because he is a fascist, he gets very upset and demands that people be thrown out, throw him out, throw him out. As soon as someone makes a comment, this yellow-bellied little rat-pelt-headed little sissy hears, he's immediately stirred and rattled by it. On our channel, we get hostile comments all the time from idiots, but we know who we are. We're very confident. So we could care less. Why would we care? If you're confident in yourself, what do you care what someone says? If you know yourself and know what you are, who the hell cares what some idiot says? Let's take a look at how this guy responds when someone says you're a fascist, or I don't like you, or says you suck. Here's a little example of it.
Do you know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. Like to punch him in the face. All right, get him out of here. Get him out. Get out. Out. If you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Okay? Just knock the hell. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees. I promise. Get that guy out of here. Get him out. Get him out of here. But today they walk in and they put their hand up and they put the wrong finger in the air at everybody and they get away with murder.
The Trump supporter threw that sucker punch elbow in the face of a protester who was being taken out of the event. That man there with the ponytail throws the elbow right here. He's since been charged for doing that. He got arrested and charged the next day.
Our country has to toughen up, folks. We have to toughen up.
Okay. Now you see the puerile, childish, immature, hostile, vindictive, unbelievably inappropriate and non-presidential way that this prick acts. Little hairpiece Hitler. So this is the way Donald Drumpf behaves. It's not presidential. It's not professional. And the biggest point about it, if he were confident, if he were poised, if he were honest, those insults wouldn't get to him. If they were untrue, they wouldn't get to him. But they do get to him.
Get him out. Get out. Out. I'd like to punch him in the face.
So, what we can gather is he is a thin-skinned, draft-dodging, four-time draft-dodging, actually, coward who collapses every business that he touches. The popes criticized him. His own parties criticized him. Every single presidential candidate so far that's normal has criticized him. Of course, mentally imbecile and self-loathing homosexual Ben Carson didn't. And imbecile Sarah Palin didn't. But we know Sarah Palin's track record. She's an all-loving, family values Christian who raised a son who beats up women and starts bar fights, and raised a daughter who's had 2 children out of wedlock, isn't married yet, and roams the country being paid as an abstinence representative. Boy, it's like having an arsonist represent the fire department. These people are idiots. Trump is an idiot. He's not qualified to be president of anything but his local KKK chapter's bankruptcy help center. He's not a serious candidate. He's not a serious person. What he is seriously mentally ill, seriously sick, seriously filled with hate, and seriously damaged, and on top of that, an anti-American birther idiot. He appeals to a tiny sliver of American society that, for all intents and purposes, are savages. Drumpf is an inherited money, spoiled brat who, when things don't go his way, reacts hostily and angrily.
Get that guy out of here. Get him out. I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Every time someone calls him what he is, he sues them. He's lost every single case because the people he sued are right. He is a racist, sexist, fascist idiot who collapses everything he touches. Watch what happens to this presidential race. We can guarantee it. Just like every business the guy touches, it will turn to shit. Donald Trump is not a candidate. Even his own cult, the Republican, anti-American, terrorist religious cult, an obstructionist cult, they don't even want him. In fact, they don't want their top 2 candidates. What does that tell you? Blind leading the blind? The stupid leading the stupid. Welcome, President Hillary R. Clinton.